Hello guys, this is Patrick and my partner Paul. He's the video man. I'm going to do a walkthrough with you of the 2005 Acura MDX that you bought from us. We normally do this when you get a car, but since you're going to take delivery of it and we're not going to be there, we'd like to do it for you today. So basically on the Acura, there's a couple of things I want to point out specifically about this one. You have two keys. We always provide you with two keys for the vehicle. When you open the door, like I had mentioned to Willie, the back door lock does not work on this car. So you want to open the driver's door with the key. When you open the driver's door with the key, to open the passenger front and rear door, you use the power door lock. Again, this door does not work, so you'd have to actually manually go back in here and open the door. When you do that, we have the mailman there. Hey, brother. That's why that doesn't work, okay? So anyhow, the outside of the car, we're going to start there first. This is your fuel release button. This is when you go to gas up your car, you pull this lever right over here. And then basically, that pops this fuel filler cap here. When you go gas the car up, okay, you want to go ahead and gas it up, and then make sure you tighten the lid as tight as you can. It says tighten to click. I'm OCD, so I do a couple of clicks, okay? So basically, a loose gas cap's going to turn your check engine light on. That's why you want to go ahead and do this. Most check engine lights that do come on are emission related. 90% of them have to do with this, okay? So make sure you tighten that. Notice also that it mentions premium fuel required. On this vehicle, as on most premium cars, you can actually burn 87 or 89 octane. We recommend twice a year putting a supplement. It's made by AMSOIL, A-M-S-O-I-L, AMSOIL, and it's called Performance Improver. It's PI, and you put it when the car has about a quarter tank, and then you fill it up to about a half a tank. You don't want to dilute it too much. Do that twice a year, and that should be sufficient. If you want to burn premium, you're welcome to do that, but that's typically how most people do that, okay? If you go to the back of the vehicle over here with me, you're going to see your spare tire is actually underneath here. It's a donut tire that's actually hung underneath behind this hitch apparatus. And in the back of the car, I'm going to show you where your jack and tools are at so that you know. This is the back area of the car, and over here on the left side is your tool gear, okay? In here you've got your wrench, your lug nut wrench, and this is your cross beam. This is how you actually create a twisty, so to speak, that goes in the end of that jack, and that's how you can jack. I recommend getting AAA though. They're awesome, AAA Plus actually, because no one should have to change a tire. Then you put the tools back right in here. We like to make sure you know that you have everything that you need in the car. So we like to provide that for you and make sure that you're good to go there. And then this goes back in here. Also, while we're back here, you can see there's a power port, an auxiliary power port. These are fold down seats. This is the third row seat of the car. When the lady bought it years ago, she didn't have the headrest, so that's why they're not here. But basically, these are the seat belts. If these get in the way or you want to get rid of them and tuck these seats in just to use for cargo, what you do is you go over here, and this is how you, these are your seat belts, by the way, in the middle. They all work. Everything looks good. And basically what you do is on the top of this chair, you pull up, and that's going to release this down. And then check this out if you can. Actually, Paul, if you want to go around and shoot me from that side, that would be great, buddy. These pieces here, if you want to end up using them to fold them down, you can undo your seat belts, and there's the little lever here in the back, right here, and you can do that. You can leave this in a position, or there is a button right over here on the end, and if you get like a key, you can actually disconnect it, and it'll fold up into the roof of the car, okay, like this. But a lot of people like to keep that in place. I'm going to put that back in place, but that's how that works in case that's obstructing your view or something like that. So we're going to go back around, tuck those seats in, and show you some other things real quick. This is what the handle looks like from the back. to lower it, to create that cargo space, okay? And this is that piece I was telling you about. You can actually unclip it, and then it'll tuck right in and doesn't obstruct. And that way, if you want to haul something, you create more space. Also, these are little cubby holes. When people are in that third seat, a lot of them will put stuff in here, and you're able to do that. And there's also some audio-visual stuff in the back here, but like I told you, Willie, the lady got the CD and the DVD stuck in the player, so it doesn't work. But that's the stuff that goes to that in there. This is a little storage container area, and this basically is just to put extra stuff in. That way you have it available to you, and you can put some storage items in there. This was from cleaning up, so we'll remove that stuff. They did that at the detail shop, but anyhow, that'll be empty. So this concludes the back area. This is your handle if you want to pull down on that. Also, your backup camera lens is here, so if it gets cold up in Tennessee, or if there's some issue and it's kind of foggy, that's where your backup camera lens is at. You've got 2 tag bolts, so you can put your tags on when you get them. This is the rear wiper. Back over here are the headphones for the DVD, which doesn't work, but they're there anyways. You can also lower the seat on the side. You see this? You can do that. And if you have the third seat set up, by using the side lever, it actually rolls on a track. So people can literally just get in the back seat. Of course, without the headrest, I probably wouldn't recommend someone taller than like the size of a Shih Tzu dog riding in the back, perhaps even in a baby, seat. So anyways, that's pretty much it. These items here on the back, these are tether straps, okay? This black thing here is a tether strap. And what that does is if you ever have to use child seats in this car is equipped with a latch system. Check this out. These little knobs, they look like M&M buttons. They have a little kid diagram on them. Underneath here is your latch, okay? And that's where you can latch the child seat in, and if you want to get it really safe, you can pop the headrest up and put the tether strap through and torque it down, and then also use this behind, and that would make the child seat extremely secure. That driver's side back seat also has it, and then there's also a tether strap in the middle if you wanted to do that, but the middle does not have latches. This is your armrest over here. You just pull it down. You can put some drinks and stuff in there. You've got the three seat belts. You have a little cubby hole here in the back for magazines or things like that. This is your child safety lock, okay? When this is pushed down, your child safety lock is engaged, and that disables this handle, okay? The reason I'm telling you that, you may never use it, but at least you'll know, because if it's engaged and you can't get out, you know probably why it won't open. So right now it's not engaged, and you can actually open the door. But by pushing this arrow down, okay, that engages the child safety lock. So now I can't open it from the inside. That's for like kids, but I'm gonna leave it unengaged so it opens. Let's check the other side so that you know that it works. Again, this is the child safety lock. Pushing it down engages it and disables that from the inside if you don't want a kid or an adult to be able to get out or not get out. So right now it's off. We're going to turn it on by pushing it down, and it works. So that's a good thing. So now we're going to unengage it so that the child safety lock is not on. So if you have people in the back seat, they can get in the back seat. The sunroof on the vehicle works. The lady had it. She took really good care of it. Sunroofs in Florida do get debris from these beautiful trees that we have. That's already been cleaned out. When they do get debris, they tend to leak. We had it cleaned out. Everything's beautiful. Doesn't leak. It works. My recommendation, it's a sunroof. I wouldn't get in the habit of using it 42 different times a day. Doesn't make a lot of sense. If you want some sunshade, I would just open it and use it as a sunlight. My personal opinion. My wife's got a sunroof on her car. We like the idea of having it, but we never use it. It's a good idea. I would just leave it be. These are some control functions here. This is your power window switch. This lock here disables the power windows from working from the other side. So if you have kids or people like that in the vehicle, you can lock them out so they don't play with your windows. Okay, when you get in the car, we do have the 2 keys. When you get in the car, you can pin up on this dashboard here for him, Paul. when you crank the car up, all these lights come on, and that's all normal. It's a system check like in an airplane. Okay, you've got your security light, your airbag light, interlock brakes. You know, your that wishbone looking thing is your low tire pressure monitor light. The triangle, that's a caution light. If you have a door open or something like that, it just tells you to be cautioned. This is your oil spout light, your battery light, and your check engine light. Like I said earlier with the gas up thing, 90% of the check engine lights that come on have to do with emission control related things. If you're ever driving a car, any car, not just this car, and you want to always scan your gauges, if your check engine light ever comes on, just scan your gauges. If your car is not overheating, your car is not running rough or weird or whatever, more than likely it's an emission related thing and it's benign. But on any car you drive, you want to do that. Now, if an oil light ever comes on, that's something you want to address. You don't want to continue driving, or if the car ever overheats. Again, not just this car, any car. So that's pretty much it there. We're going to go through the functions of the windows. You got your power window there. You have your power window pin up on that, buddy. That's your passenger front window. This is your passenger rear window. You got that, Paul?
Yes.
See that going? Okay. And then this is your rear driver's rear window. The lady always used the air in Florida, didn't roll her windows down a lot, didn't roll the sunroof. I wouldn't get in the habit of up and down, up and down, up and down. It's a car, it's an 05. It's beautiful, things work, but you don't need to wear things out prematurely. These are your power seat buttons here. Forward, backward. This is the recliner position. This is your lumbar. It blows up the air pockets in the back. Okay. You have heated seats. If you can pan up on that for me real quick. Right there is your heated seat. That is hot. And up in Nashville, you may use it in low. You have to shut it off when you're done. It doesn't shut off automatically. These are memory settings for your seat. If you want to set the memory seat and the mirrors to your liking, after you do that, you press memo, I believe, and then you lock it into place. And that way you can get it right where you want it to be, and then it'll lock in. And then if you ever move or someone else drives a car or whatever, you can just press there and it goes back to that position. Okay, these are your mirrors here, left and right. They work up and down. Far right is for that mirror over there. Okay, and that's working up and down, beautiful. Okay, you also have heated mirrors. So in the wintertime, if you press this little heater button, it's going to defog your side view mirrors, okay? Again, this has to do with the kids. If you press that, they're not going to be able to roll the windows down because you don't want them to be playing for windows. Cruise control is right over here. You press cruise on, and then once you do that, you go to this button over here on the steering wheel and you hit set, and it locks it into place. If you want to cancel it, you can do one of two things: hit the brake, or you can press cancel. If you want to resume, you press resume. If you're going 50 or 60 and you want to accelerate, you do accelerate, resume, and accelerate double as both. Set and decelerate double as both. So if you're going 75 and you're coming into a construction zone and you want to lower it, you can decelerate. When you're not using cruise, I recommend you take cruise off. VSA, that's variable stability on the car, and you can engage that or not engage that depending on if you have snowy or scary weather that you have. A little point here that you may want to do. In fact, Paul, can you jump on the passenger side so we can pan up? This car is equipped. It's an all-wheel drive vehicle. Okay, so it's got that. I would highly recommend reading the owner's book. Okay, in here is the owner's manual. Follow up on that because we're not in a snowy environment, and that'll tell you what the best way to use and engage that is. Okay, also a little tidbit: this car had the original window sticker when it was brand new. It was $44,590 back in 05. This is a very well made, excellent car. This is the remote for the DVD that is stuck, that doesn't work, so I'm just letting you know it's here. Kids under the age of 12 shouldn't be in the front seat due to airbags. When you get in the car, the best way to engage your air conditioning or heating system is to press, it's off right now by the way, is to press auto. When you press auto, it's going to automatically set the air for your feet, the controls that hit your face and all of that. It's going to do all of that for you, okay? And then if you want to go into manual mode, you press AC, okay? And then all of a sudden, now you can dial it down and you're in control of the fan speed. And if you want to turn the air conditioning on or off, That's your on and off compressor. Again, that button was AC info. Okay, this is your map. If you want to use your navigation system, you press OK. This is the menu. This tells you different things about, you know, where you're going, if you want to use the navigation system or not. Zoom in, zoom out. Again, AC info. This also does different stuff like your trip computer, if you want to know how many miles per gallon you're getting, all of those things. It also shows you your airflow. So if you want to not wait for it to defrog the front window, you can actually manually press that. It'll throw the air on your feet and the front window. Then you want to dial in gradually the heat on your thermostat button, your temperature control button here. You see that? It's at 67 right now. Okay, but the best thing is to leave it on auto, and that's going to automatically do things. But to turn the air on, again, you go to the AC info and you press the AC on button. Today's a cool day, so it you know, wasn't really necessary down here, but anyhow, that's pretty much it there. As far as the this is your recirculate button. If you want it to, in the hot climate, you can press that button. That's going to recirculate the air on you and blow harder. When that's not engaged, it's outside air. And again, with automatic, that helps you defog it so you don't have to think about it. That's your rear window defogger. This is your front window. If you need to blow the defogging on the front window right away, you just hit this button here, and then you dial in the temperature until the fog starts to dissipate, and that'll defog your window even faster than on automatic because you're going into a manual mode. I'm taking back to auto. Okay, this is your hazard lights here, and this is a power port. And sorry about that. This is your power port for your cell phone or what have you. You have some cup holders here. You have some storage. This is a storage container area. There's another area here. There's another power port here. Whenever you get, you know, your cell phone, always double check. I know that the power port there works. I'm pretty sure that one works, but just verify. You don't want to assume anything because some phones are different. When you drive it, we recommend driving it in D5. D5 is for maximum gas mileage. That's 5 speeds of automatic transmission. If you're ever in the mountains or towing, especially where you guys live, read up in the owner's manual, but they're going to tell you to have it somewhere in D3 or D4. That way you don't destroy the transmission by towing weight up and down a mountain or something like that. And that's how you get into the lower gears. If you can pan up right back around here, buddy, that would be great. This is going to show you your what gear you're actually in on this side here. This shows you, you know, like right now I'm in 2, so you want to be in D5 for flat surfaces, okay? And then you've got your speedometer and your tachometer. This is your dimmer switch, so that's to get brightness on your dashboard. This is your stem for your lights. The lights on this, I believe, are not. Oh, wait a minute, they say automatic. They are automatic. I guess they are. Okay, I didn't think they were. But anyhow, to do your brights, you just push toward you. Okay, and that's going to give you your bright lights, which is right over here, okay? And then you just push it back to shut the brights off, okay? And then you can put it back on automatic, or you can do it manually. So automatic or manual. Got the horn here, and up here is your OnStar. Some of your hands-free through OnStar. You also have your hands-free buttons on the side of the steering wheel, which I had showed you before. But again, I would recommend, you know, reading up on all of that. This is your tilt steering column. You can lower it or raise it, and then you just lock it into place with this. You have your emergency brake, which is push on, push off, okay? This is your hood latch release right here next to where your foot would rest, your foot pad would rest. And I'm going to show you under the hood briefly. And that pretty much concludes everything on the inside of the car. That's your sunroof button, and these are the touch lights for the dome lights, okay? So we're going to go and check underneath the hood. There's some information up here about the VTM 4-lock 4-wheel drive thing. Again, check that out with the owner's book, okay? And then this is your reset and set button if you want to do the different odometer and stuff. Like right now it's got 187,211. And then you can reset the clock on the tripometer using those buttons that I'm using over here. So that's kind of how that works. We're going to check under the hood and then do the wrap up. That's my partner, Paul Kuhn, who I'm blessed has come out of corporate retirement to help us serve people better. And it was an answer to prayer, and he's a great guy, and he's been very successful in his career, and I'm just happy to have him on the team. Thank you, Paul, very much.
Thank you, Patrick. Happy to be on the team, my friend.
Appreciate you, brother. Appreciate you. And we're going to go ahead and do under the hood, and we're all set. Honda Pilots and Acura MDXs are known for this. They do get a little sticky, but right underneath here is your hood latch release. You want to pull up on it to the right and then pull. So you're actually doing two things. You're pulling up to release that, and you're also pulling up. It's not just you do that and then the hood magically opens. Everything's pretty much basic in the car. You've got your washer fluid over there. You have your power steering fluid, your coolant. This is your engine dipstick. This is the brake fluid. This is your battery. My recommendation, guys, is just change your oil every 3,000 miles or 3 months. Keep your records. There's an oil change sticker in there. It's about 1,500 miles out from an oil change, so you don't need to do that right away. Always call us. We're here for you all the time. When service needs to be done or oil changes, call us so we can help you quarterback it. Understand, when you go to your typical car service places, unless you have a good long-term trusted mechanic, and if you don't, we'll help you find one, they always try to sell you something. It's not about the $19.95 oil change that they're losing $8 on. That only simply gets you into the shop. It's like bait and switch. They're reeling you in. And then they typically come and bring you a list of stuff you don't need. Oh, Willie and Joel, yes, we need $14 million worth of stuff to your car because we lost $8 on that oil change. That was just a lost leader to get you in here. Guys, whenever they do that, say, hey, no problem, I've got a meeting, we'll call you back. You call me and let me know if they tell you anything. This car shouldn't need anything for a very, very, very long time. And by the way, I'm going to leave the service records like you requested in the glove box. We're going to send the title to you in a more secure way. I'm not going to leave that with the trucker or in the car, but we'll talk about that on our phone call conversation. Understand, don't hesitate ever to call us. My phone number is 813-944-7722. I expect to hear from you. We're here to help you. We do appreciate your business, and I want to tell you guys Merry Christmas. Thank you for the opportunity. God bless you, and Jesus loves you. Have a great day. And I'm going to